And so I do just want to say to Ben Shapiro,
Candace Owens is continuing to drop nukes on her former employer, the Daily Wire, including Ben Shapiro, and today might be the craziest one that I have seen yet. We have this clip here from Censored Men. It says, Candace Owens says Ben Shapiro sent a female Daily Wire intern to spy on her at TP USA while she is at a Turning Point USA event here giving this speech. And I believe she was asked the question about it, and she just went absolutely off on her answer, just destroying the Daily Wire and just exposing what a lot of us have been knowing that they do. Like, a lot of us have known that the Daily Wire is like this. You know, we had those reports a couple weeks ago that I talked about a few times of Ben Shapiro paying people to write smear articles on his political operatives, on his opponents, you know, on people such as Candace Owens, on people like Tucker Carlson, Andrew Tate, Charlie Kirk, etc. Just absolutely nuts. And this is not a one-time thing. This has obviously been happening for quite a while. And then there was some very, very interesting responses from Candace Owens herself to this video after it was posted, kind of giving more information and confirming a lot of things. Let's check out this video of Candace Owens absolutely nuking the Daily Wire to the ground.
you guys, the last thing that I am going to say, strangely, this is such a crazy story, but as I was headed in here, I got a frantic call from somebody. They did. They called me and they said, Candace, something very weird is happening. The Daily Wire has sent somebody secretly to record you, an intern, a PR intern, to secretly record you, to catch you in a bad moment, in a bad light. And I think that intern's name, no, to be fair, it is never the fault of a person when their employer is sending them to do something that isn't good, but I would really love it if Ariana stood up. Yeah. Okay, maybe that's a little too intimidating for you too, but apparently she got an email at 10 p.m., hopped on a plane, is pretending to be a student. And so I do just want to say to Ben Shapiro,
this is kind of crazy how it's becoming like a, I mean, it is kind of like a reality TV show episode, right? Like now, you know, it's like WWE. Candace Owens is on stage, like calling out Ben Shapiro, and then there's applause and cheers from the crowds and gasps and stuff like that. You know, I think Candace Owens better tread lightly as well. Not saying like she should be so scared of Ben Shapiro, but I believe she said that she's not supposed to say who it is that's paying for these smear articles to be written on her for legal reasons because of the gag order that Ben Shapiro placed on her and stuff like that. So I hope she's being careful and not just like getting caught up in the moment too much here. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite her, that she actually mentioned Ben Shapiro by name there. But I obviously, from my perspective, I love to see it because I've been wanting her to go just scorched earth on Ben Shapiro and the Daily Wire for a while. And it seems like she's starting to do that. And her show comes back in a week or so. So I'm sure it's only going to get worse and worse for Ben Shapiro on the Daily Wire.
Enough. Come out into the light. Really, come on. Let's do this debate. Stop sending interns to do your dirty work. I don't bite. I'm down for the debate. Charlie Kirk says he will fly you out. He will fly you out next week to Detroit, and we can do the debate on his stage. Thank you, Turning Point USA. Let's take some questions.
Yeah, but he doesn't like Charlie Kirk either. And I think the reason why he doesn't like Charlie Kirk, even though Charlie Kirk submits to, you know, all the people that Ben Shapiro loves so much and that country that Ben Shapiro loves so much, Charlie Kirk believes all the things that Ben Shapiro believes, basically. The reason why Ben Shapiro and the Daily Wire hate Charlie Kirk is because Charlie Kirk doesn't hate Candace Owens and doesn't hate Tucker Carlson. Isn't that insane that they're paying for him to write smear articles on Charlie Kirk just because he doesn't hate the people that Ben Shapiro hates? That is absolutely insane to me. But as I said, Candace Owens actually responded to this video from Censored Men of obviously Candace Owens, giving some more context to the whole information. So here is Candace Owens responding to that tweet, or responding to that video, saying, "This is an absolute fact. I have all the proof. The young woman was called at 10 p.m. the night before by a woman in PR named Gloria and told she would be put on a plane the following morning to secretly record me. Then Alyssa told her not to tell a single soul that she was being sent. They purchased her a student ticket to secretly record me. This behavior has grown increasingly erratic. Under no circumstances is this normal or even remotely defensible." And then something very, 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 very interesting happened underneath this. So the person who kind of sparked, especially Andrew Klavan's, comments about Candace Owens and everything that she's been saying, is this person right here. That I'm not going to say his name, but Andrew Klavan and other members of the Daily Wire have been saying for a long time that a big reason why they've been going after Candace Owens and why they support Candace Owens being fired from the Daily Wire is because she didn't disavow this person right here, which that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, even if the guy was the worst person on earth, are you supposed to just disavow every single person that you don't agree with? Like, the basic reasoning behind what they were saying is this person supports you, talking about this person on the screen right here. Therefore, you must disavow them. If you enjoy content like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. It really does help me out a ton. Let's get back to the video. Or else you're canceled, or else you're fired from the Daily Wire. And that's basically what happened, along with a lot of other things that happened as well. But Candace Owens responds with the tweet that I just read out. And then this person responds to this Candace Owens tweet and says this: when the Daily Wire tried to cancel me in 2017, they did the exact same thing. Cassie Dillon watched my show every night looking for clips to send to MMFA. Then they sent out a girl named Emily Faulkner to secretly record me at a Leadership Institute training. This is their MO. Candace Owens actually responds to this and says, my DMs are open. Do you mind sending me a good email address for you? And then this person here says, not at all. I will follow up with you in the DMs. So things are happening. Very interesting things are happening right now. Things that I never thought in a million years would happen, because even though Candace Owens has been going down this line of questioning and, just trying to open her mind up to different ideas and stuff than what the Daily Wire has been brainwashing her to say and to think in the last few years, I never thought she would go this far, because this is kind of like the line for everyone. Like, everybody's based until it gets here, until it gets to talking to this person and interacting with them in the public eye. Then everybody shies away. Everybody runs from him because the guy's banned from everywhere. So for Candace Owens to publicly respond to him and say, like, what's your email address and all this stuff, and for him to DM her and stuff like that, that's wild to me, because that's kind of like I said earlier, a big reason why a lot of the Daily Wire members were criticizing Candace Owens so much is because she didn't disavow this person. And the whole time she was kind of saying, I don't even really know who that is. I appreciate their support, but I don't really know who that is. So how am I supposed to disavow them? But it seems like Candace Owens might actually know who this is. Or maybe she's telling the truth and she's just finding out. But anyway, this person says, not at all. I will follow up with you in the DMs. Candace Owens then responds to that and says, also, if you have a contact for Michelle Malkin, that would also be helpful. Thank you. And I can only imagine the crisis inside of Ben Shapiro's head whenever he, I know he doesn't use the electronics on the weekends or whatever, but whenever he's done with that, I can't imagine the chaos that's going to ensue inside of Ben Shapiro's head when he sees this Twitter exchange, because things are about to get so real. Like, this is like the Avengers assembling against Thanos right now. Like, that's kind of what's happening right here. And I know Ben Shapiro and the Daily Wire are absolutely shaking in their boots. And I think, once things start coming out about Ben Shapiro and about the Daily Wire in general, I'm sure there's going to be other former members of the Daily Wire, whether that's employees or, like just general employees, or maybe people who are in the public eye, and also current members of the Daily Wire. People like Matt Walsh, I would look to people like him to kind of distance himself. I don't think Matt Walsh would come out and, disavow the Daily Wire completely and say that they're bad people, we shouldn't work for them or anything like that. But I do look for him to start distancing himself from the Daily Wire once things start to come out about them. So anyway, let me know in the comments what you think about this just absolutely nuclear statement from Candace Owens, not just in the video, but also in these responses here. Like, this video is crazy enough as it is, but then when you look at the responses down here, absolutely nuts, dude. Like I said, Ben Shapiro and the Daily Wire are going to be absolutely shaking in their boots whenever they see this Twitter exchange. I'm sure Jeremy Boring was actually watching. He saw this and he called up Ben Shapiro and was like, dude, I know that you can't use electronics right now, but we have a code red. This is the worst possible scenario happening right now. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you're thinking about this whole Candace Owens versus the Daily Wire situation.